Okay. Alice O'Connell from Capsule. Hi,
Hi,
yes, how are we?
good. How are you?
Very good. It's very nice to see you both. Thank you
Yeah.
for meeting me in my house. Very
Hey,
Thank you
kind
for
of
meeting
you.
us in my home, in his home. Here we
yeah,
are.
Where are your homes? Where are you right now?
Austin.
Yeah, Austin, Texas.
Beautiful. Okay. Because things are probably quite different there to what they are here. I mean, everywhere in the world, things are very different at the moment. But in New Zealand, I mean, we're able to move around a bit freely at the moment, that we've only got a couple of cases of COVID here. So they're in quarantine.
No, rub it in. Rub it in. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm sorry. But so I guess we're interested in, like, what can you give us a bit of insight into what it's like over there for you guys? What's happening?
It's pretty. We're spiking pretty hard over here in Texas. We're definitely one of the higher COVID cases states in the U.S. right now. So it's. I mean, I know just personally, like me and my wife, my kids, we've been on lockdown and stayed pretty much locked down, kind of watching the numbers for the better part of 4 months now, and it's getting really depressing. it's really starting to weigh down because I was talking to Jared earlier. It's like I just I haven't left the house much for anything. I haven't eaten at a restaurant. I haven't gone on a date with my wife in months, and I haven't gotten on a plane, which I do. Jared and I generally are flying twice a week at least. And so it's just been a very big adjustment. I mean, I will say the silver lining is I get to spend this time with my family and my kids. That's great. But it is a shock to the system.
Yeah, same. We locked down. I mean, we got sent home March 13th, Friday 13th, apropos. And it was sort of like, hey guys, we need to just clear things up. It'll be a couple of weeks or a month. And I think part of me thought in April we'd be going back north to Vancouver. Obviously that didn't happen. Then late April didn't happen, in May and June, and now here we are in late July. So it's been interesting. And we were locked down as well. And then about 2 months ago, early June, my wife and kids and I set off on a road trip. We were like, they're all going to kill each other or we're going to kill them. So let's just get them in the cars and just go, like, stay somewhere, take our masks. And still it's been, trying to look on the bright side, of which there are many. We've all been lucky enough to not contract the disease or have anybody close to us.
I will say the road trip idea though is so great because it's like, it's an acceptable way to put your children in restraints for hours at a time.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly. But yeah, that's kind of what we did. So we hit the road, went to the mountains, and kind of just got out of it. It's I'm not sure what the Celsius conversion is, but it's 90s, 100 degrees here with equal humidity,
like
and
40 plus.
Yeah.
So we got out, and then I came back to Austin last week in order to get ready to go back up to Vancouver when we get the word. So,
oh, good on you. So what has it been for filming? So you've obviously got a few episodes left to film, right? And these are really crucial ones, right?
They're arguably the biggest. It's the last two episodes of the entire series. I would say that it was kind of structured to where the second to last episode was kind of the season finale, and then the last episode was kind of the series finale. And so we had just started, we had shot one day of the second to last episode, and everybody's emotions were starting to get all churned up. And it was like this final push, 15 years behind us. And we're about to wrap it all up with 3 more weeks of work. And then we're all hitting the trail, and boom, they pulled the plug on us. And so it's been weird. At first I was like, wow, this is great because it might give us some time, because we just finished shooting a full season, and usually we're pretty drained those last couple of episodes. And I'm like, this is great because we can come back, we're refreshed, we got some rest, we can hit it with with some fresh legs, and now now it's like, all right, I'm fresh, I'm good, let's go. Everybody's, I think, really kind of itching to get back and get this thing over the finish line.
Yeah.
I bet, yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, it's pretty hard to get into New Zealand right now, but why don't you guys come here? Come film it here.
Please, please, would love to come there.
On my way. On my way.
Awesome. Because one of the things that I love about what you guys do for your fans, all this mental health stuff that I think is probably more important now in this time we're living in than ever. I think it's just incredible. We do this thing on our website. We're really encouraging people to check in with one another and ask how they're going. So can I ask you guys today, like, how are you today?
Thank you for the question. I think I mean, it's been the last 4 months have run the gamut, you know, from sort of that helpless feeling of what is the world coming to and what's the world going to look like, and just the challenge of the unknown, to now I'm really hopeful. I mean, I got to be honest, this is the first time I believe, I could be mistaken, but I think it's the first time I've really talked about the show for 4.5 months. And obviously that was my day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year thing for 15 years. And it feels great. It feels kind of reinvigorating and refreshing. And I'm really optimistic. And I feel like this is maybe the launch pad. This couple hours we're doing is the launch pad to kind of get back to having a purpose. And even seeing you from New Zealand going like, hey, we dig it, thanks for the work. I'm going like, oh yeah, cool. Like I'm about to go serve a purpose again and reach people in a different hemisphere and go work hard and, you know, reconnect with my crew 6 feet away or whatever social distancing requires. But I feel really hopeful and optimistic right now. We're hearing a lot of good news about when we go back to work. So I'm really excited. I feel like the craziness is going to be a little bit easier to ignore for a couple of weeks or a month or however long it takes to finish the show. So I'm good right now. Thank you.
Good. How about you, Jensen?
Yeah, it's you know, I'm starting to get a little bit of that cabin fever. You know, there's some days where I just, you know, I'll have moments and I'll just be like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? There's a lot of kind of, you know, I'm so used to having a schedule. I'm so used to having having to be somewhere at a certain time, having to show up, having to learn my lines, having to work out a scene or a blocking, or you know, be in the hair and makeup trailer at a certain time, be on set at a certain time. What's for lunch? What's our turnaround coming this weekend? Okay, I've got to get my flights. When are we? Jared, let's talk about flights when we want to go home this weekend. There's this constant, you know, productiveness that's happening when we're working, and to try and turn that off in your head is taking a break from it is one thing. And I've taken a break, and that break has been over for a while now. And now it's like this adjustment of like turning it off, and I just don't know how to turn. So it's weird. I mean, I you know, emotionally I'm fine, and I have fun with the kids and it's stuff like that. I'm not in a depressive state by any means. But it is just it's an odd sensation. It's an odd emotional place to be right now, because I don't have that direction. I don't have that mission every day when I wake up. You know, my mission is to play with my kids, and they get bored with me after a few hours. There's only so many tricks I have. There's only so many dad tricks I have up my sleeve, and they've seen them all. You know, so it's to say that it's fine, it's great. You know, I've been saying that for months. No, I'm gonna be honest. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not overly difficult, but it's certainly not easy.
Yeah. Oh, well done, guys, for everything you're doing over there and keeping your sanity and keeping each other well.
We're trying.
Yeah, it's strange seeing you apart. It's sad that you're in different places.
We're still close enough. We're still in the same city, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, he's a couple of miles to my west here right now, and I still haven't seen him because it's like, you know,
quarantine.
Yeah,
we do have the soup cans though.
Yeah, the cans. Yeah. Hey, what are you watching right now?
I'm watching you on TV.
I got to wrap up. So I guess if you guys have got like a final message to your fans, you're in a whole other hemisphere in New Zealand, please shoot.
I'll say thanks for finding us. Thank you for finding us. And we apologize that it's over 320 episodes of your life. If you, we didn't intend to go this long, but the fact that we have has been one of the greatest blessings of our life. And we hope that you enjoy what we put together for you.
Yeah. As much as it feels like we may have orchestrated this whole quarantine thing to give y'all time to catch up, we didn't, but we're grateful, silver lining, that y'all had time to catch up. And we're gonna take this home for you guys. And just grateful for y'all's support. We feel it. You know, I know we're far away, but we feel it.
Thank you so much.
Thank
All the
you.
best for the final episodes, guys. Have a lovely evening. Take
Thanks,
care.
Alice.